Hey folks, it's Byron once again here to testify for Jesus Christ. I'm actually going to cover two dreams. The first one I'm going to cover is from September the 8th of 2016. Another one is maybe 5, 6 months ago. I don't have my notebook with me here that I wrote that one down in, but I can remember pretty much what was happening, at least a short version. And the only reason I'm sharing these two particular dreams is because I set them aside thinking, what does this mean? I mean, what benefit is this to anybody? But then just today, two back-to-back videos that I was watching, they're both going to be in the comment section. The top one being the first one I watched, the next one down being the second one I watched. But back-to-back, I listened to a guy named Fritz Springmeier described what I had seen in the dreams. One of those videos that I watched, I had previously watched before, but I didn't catch what he was saying, and that's going to be the second dream that I share. Here, this first dream, I just want to share it. This happened on September the 8th, 2016. I titled it Russian War Games. I was in the United States, and one of my old coaches was with me. We were on one team, and then on the other side, there were some Russian guys. And this was a war game, but they were shooting mortar rounds that I could physically see. It was like slow motion mortar rounds, and it was being shot in such a way that we had time to react and get out of the way. It was like simulating what it might be like if you could just move that fast. I saw one of them come in, skid along the ground, and bump into a tree. I saw a firing mechanism built into the nose of the mortar shell. I saw it detent, but it didn't blow up. And then at some point in time, there was like a pause, and we were able to interact with the Russian guys. And here's the point that really puzzled me, but now is making sense. As I was talking to these guys, we were just sitting around in like a trailer office type area, break room. And one of the Russian guys was talking. He had a voice mechanism. It was sticking out on the sides of his neck. I couldn't see it, but I could see his skin stretched. And it was like one of those voice box where you have to, a guy holds something up and you can talk. One of those weird sounding raw. I can't do the thing, but one of those sounds. But then as he was talking, I looked over and there was two other Russian guys, and they both turned so that their left side of their faces would face me. I could see a silhouette. And the dream basically paused in slow motion right there. And I looked and I'm like, those two guys are identical. And that was a thought. As soon as I came to that thought that they're identical, then the dream continued. I left the trailer, went on. For some reason, my dog had been in some kind of incident, which some of the skin was separated, and I don't quite understand that. Looking back on it, I wonder if the Russians did that. I don't know. Then I woke up. I wrote it down. It's sitting right here in front of me. I thought, I'm not going to share that one. That's kind of, I don't know. But then about 3 or 4 months ago, I had a dream in which I was actually had a bodysuit. It was like a mesh wire type bodysuit, but if you imagine a globe with the longitudinal lines on it, kind of spaced out, that's the kind of way this suit fit on me. And then when it was on me, I would be doing things involuntarily, like I would make movements, but the suit was causing me to move. And I thought how weird that dream was, and I just didn't share it. But then today, after looking at those two videos, I thought about sharing it. And in the first video, talking about Illuminati mind control, Fritz Springmeier, who I've watched some of his stuff since maybe 4 years ago. He talked about bodysuits and how nanotechnology and different things and implants and stuff is going on, which correlates with a sci-fi movie that I think the Lord sent me to it, called The Creation of humanoids, which was a computer hybrid human. And if you're listening to this, you're thinking, Byron, you're just too crazy. In truth, the way we've been taught to think is to push this stuff aside real quick, and it kind of helps our ego to feel like, well, that's a conspiracy theory. You know, we don't want to be a conspiracy theorist. But in reality, there's things going on in the world um, in the subject of mind control and nanotechnology and things like that, that's literally, being kept secret from us. The second video that Fritz is doing, I forgot the name. Let me see if I can get that name of it here. Illuminati Human Cloning Immortality. And, that's not a rehearsed speech from him. It's kind of slow and draggy, but he literally puts out some information. Inside the information, he talks about cloning and how simplistic cloning is. If you go and watch a movie called The Boys from Brazil, you can see where Hitler's clone was done many times and raised in different families. And then they tried to select one guy to come back as Hitler, which is also kind of like an Antichrist thing. People have talked about Obama maybe being cloned. He looks like this Egyptian Tutton, whoever. So anyway, just want to share that in case somebody was interested. I don't believe that I dreamed about those things and then later watched videos that basically said, do a video about it for no reason. So just sharing that, and I'll catch you guys later.